I think we might want to get this question. We've been asking it of all the candidates. It's been an unusual year in our presidential election that the two major party candidates, at least, have very high unfavorable ratings, and we've seen some party members not supporting their candidates. So I wanted to ask our candidates here today, who do they plan to support for president and why? And we'll start with Mr. Lockwood and go down the list.
Well, that's a tough question. For a good part of my life, I've been a Republican. I have never been a person that just goes party line. I think this thing, and the Days heard me say it, a lot of people have heard me say it, the coloring contest gets nothing done. If Charles Manson's on the ballot and you just check it because you're a Republican or a Democrat, that's, you go straight line, it doesn't it actually creates more of a problem than it solves. Quite frankly, I haven't made a final decision. Being in the military before, my 5 brothers have served in the military. I would not be supporting Hillary Clinton for a few reasons. If myself or any of my brothers, with this, even the smallest magnitude of impropriety on top secret or classified emails ever commented on that, we'd be in serious trouble for it. I don't think that the President of the United States can have one standard for himself and one standard for somebody else. I've kind of always been a middle of the class, not superly poor person, not a superly wealthy person, but both our candidates are so wealthy, I think they've both lost touch with reality. The only favorable thing I could say about Donald Trump so far is that he has got himself in a position where he's hearing the anger of America. And whether he wins or not, if it has set a conversation where people should now be listening more to the American public. People are ticked off around the country. They're losing their jobs. They're losing their houses. They're losing their health care. They don't feel safe in their communities. So I think the good thing about that is he's brought out a conversation that should have been brought out a long time ago. Politicians should be doing public service for the public. And that's what I look for in a candidate. So I can't really give you an answer yet, except that I will not be voting for Hillary Clinton just for the fact of I think she's having a different standard than the normal people in America have to go by. And if she breaks the law and gets away with it, then we should all be able to break the law and get away with it.
All right, I'm going to move it to Ronna Stuller. And
yeah, I guess it's an easy question for me. I helped the petitioning effort to get Dr. Jill Stein on the ballot, and I have voted Green in presidential elections since 2004, and I actually think there's an opportunity. It's really too bad that the two major party candidates are both so unpopular, but I think we have an opportunity to start listening to different voices. 4 years ago, the Free and Equal Foundation held a forum debate with 4 minor party candidates, Gary Johnson, Dr. Stein, Rocky Anderson, and Virgil Goode. And they spanned the political spectrum from far right to far left. But that debate was so much better than the major party debates because it really focused on issues. And I think our election process has not been very focused on issues. I'm an issues person, and I have to vote for Dr. Stein because she has the greatest overlap with my beliefs and values.
All right, thank you. And last chance on this question. It'll probably be our last question, Mr. Soto.
Yeah, so am I happy about Hillary? No, my conscience is clear. I supported Bernie in the primary. Am I going to vote for Hillary? Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because I think that Donald Trump, he disrespects our country. He disrespects our veterans, as he did for John McCain. He talks about make America great again. I think that language is disrespectful to people who are trying to, achieve the American dream. So what does make America great again mean, right? When was it not great? Or aren't we continuing to try to be great? So these are some of the things that are troublesome. And so if it's going to basically take whatever it takes to make sure that man is not elected, and I think that voting for anybody else would put that at risk.
All right. With that, we're going to move to our final